Welcome back to the channel. This is the Action Figure Grader, and I've got to pre-film some videos because I'm going to be out of town for a wedding. And this is one of those videos. So we're going to take a look at the Clone Wars line of toys, all kinds of different packaging, some of the multi-packs, some of the vehicles, factory sealed vehicles. I know that a lot of you do collect the Clone Wars. I know that I would collect the Clone Wars if I had more space and money. So I just want to kind of give you guys a quick update on what's happening in terms of recent sales for the Clone Wars line. Some of my favorites are on the screen here, and there's been a number of different recent sales. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. We'll start off with some of the single carded figures, the Riot Control Clone Trooper. This is one I've always liked just because he's packed in with a shield. And this is CW number 49. I didn't find any Ahsokas that sold recently, so no Ahsokas in this batch of items. This one sold for 80 bucks. It did have a little crease on the hang tab there, but I found a couple of different sales between 100 and 80 bucks, 80 to 100 bucks. That's about the going rate right now for the Riot Clone Trooper. We got Clone Commander Colt. This one was at the higher end of the range. I did find a couple of them that were slightly under $100, but Clone Commander Colt is another popular one. Great figure sculpt on him. That one did sell for $105, although I did find a couple that were between $95 and $100. Commander Blui is another one that always is pretty expensive. And this was towards the lower end of the range. I did find a couple that were almost $100, like $100, $105, somewhere in that ballpark. This one sold in a buy it now situation for $94.50. $94.50. It wasn't perfect. It had some very slight, wear to the card bag. These cards have kind of a weird shape to them, so they can get dinged up pretty easily. So that one has a great face sculpt, though. I mean, look at that. That is just an awesome looking figure. Commander Blui, $94.50. Jason and Jaina Solo, we obviously talk about them all the time. They are always very pricey. This one was sold in an auction. Only one bid, though. This one sold. This is just Jason Solo by himself. Legacy. This is really a legacy collection item, but I always kind of throw him in sometimes since the packaging is pretty similar. But from the legacy collection, this Jason Solo sold for $150. And then we had the pair of them, the twins, I guess, Jaina and Jason Solo. I don't know if they were twins. I feel like they were, but I can't remember that extended universe stuff. These cards were not perfect, but they did sell for $235 for the pair. So Jason Solo by himself, $150, and these for the pair, I thought that was a pretty decent deal at $235. This is a 2-pack I had never seen before. This was a Clone Wars 2-pack that was a Walmart exclusive. It included Yoda, in the very stylized Yoda. How cool does that Yoda look? Along with Clone Trooper Jack. So this is 2 of 2. There are 2 that are available that were Walmart exclusives. This seller has one more available, but one of them did sell at $85. $85 for that Walmart exclusive 2-pack. Another Target exclusive. This is the Senate Commando Captain, along with a Senate Commando. So this was a Target exclusive item, and these are always popular figures. Even the single carded kind of blue Senate Commandos are usually pretty popular with collectors. And this one sold, if I can get this to work, I think it was $119.50, but don't quote me on that because eBay does this weird thing where they hide the sales price after the fact when I pull it up. I don't know why it does that now. It's just a recent phenomenon, but I think it was $119.50 was the sales price on that one. Next up, this is definitely one of my favorites, and, I kind of throw this in sometimes depending on the video, but, for kind of some of these multi-packs you can take them or leave them, but this is definitely one of the best ones. This is the Republic Commando Delta Squad. And I love that game. It was a great game. And this is the Toys R Us exclusive. I bid on a few of these over the years. I've never won one. This one did sell for $175. Just some light edge wear to the box. But there's just something about that game that really resonates with me. I always talk about it all the time. It included 1 alien and then the 4 Delta Squad members. But that game was well ahead of its time. I love that game. So $175 for that Toys R Us exclusive Republic Commando Delta Squad set. The Hunt for Grievous. This is a battle pack. That is based on the animated Clone Wars series, and it's just got great packaging. I mean, this packaging for a lot of the Clone Wars stuff we'll never see again, and it's a shame because it really does pop inside the packaging. This one did sell for $125, and it kind of includes a motif that is a Republic gunship and includes 5 clone troopers inside. Ultimate Galactic Hunt 2006. So these were 2006 animated Clone Wars battle pack. Hunt for Grievous, $125 on that one. Now, here's another battle pack that is really nice and very expensive, apparently. This one did sell in a buy it now situation for $470. This is the ARC Troopers 4-pack. And, you can see why. It's, anything ARC Trooper related tends to be very popular, but pretty cool packaging on this one as well. It was in pretty mint condition, but $470, big number on that one. Pretty interesting sale there. Here is a Battlefront 2. So again, based on the video game, I love the Battlefront series. Battlefront 2 and then the re-release that came out on Xbox. I played it to death. And this is kind of 30th anniversary style packaging, but this is Star Wars Battlefront 2 Clone Pack. And this one sold for $225. It kind of shows them inside the hallways there, or, maybe like a hangar, but it's got a number of the different players that you could be. You had the Space Marine, the purple Space Marine. They came out with a 30th anniversary single carded figure. I've got one of those in my collection. But this multi-pack is certainly a pretty desirable one at $225. Here is the Mandalorian Warrior with the speeder bike. This is another one I hadn't seen in a while, but this one came up and sold here recently for $85. And kind of any Mando is always pretty popular, especially the single carded Mandalorians, but that's a really cool item there. $85 for that one. And obviously I'm a huge fan of the Cartoon Network animated Tartakovsky style Clone Wars figures. These are really special to me. Blacked Out Ewoks, who is a buddy of mine, he sent me 2 first shot prototypes from this particular line. This is the full set of 8, but he sent me first shot prototypes for Mace Windu and then for Anakin Skywalker. But the others in the set were Yoda, which is an awesome character. Look at that. There's collectors that focus only on prototypes from this particular line, and they love them. But I've seen the Asajj Ventress in prototype format, Count Dooku, Dirge. Those are all prototypes that I've seen available for sale. The Clone Trooper is another one that you can get. And then obviously Obi-Wan Kenobi. That Obi-Wan is killer too. It's just these figures to me are just some of the best in terms of art style. They just really pop in the packaging. And $82 for that whole set. Yes, please. If I had seen this, I probably would have bought it. I gotta be honest with you. I don't collect much modern or any modern stuff right now, but man, that would have been tempting. I would have bought that at $82 plus $25 shipping, $110 or so. That is a no-brainer buy. So whoever got that got a great deal in my mind for just some absolutely gorgeous figures. Next up, I've got some vehicles to round things out. First, we've got the Magna Guard Fighter. That's a pretty cool one that I hadn't seen for sale in a while. That sold for $100. And we had the Republic Command Gunship. And this was, it's kind of like it's been repackaged so many different times. It had kind of like Nerf spring-loaded rockets that you could shoot out of the front of this one, but obviously it's been repackaged and kind of tooled in different ways and in a number of different packaging. This is about the cheapest one you can get, though, is this version, the Army of the Republic Command Gunship. Factory sealed, that sold for $210 plus $20 shipping. I do have this set. This is one I do have in my collection up behind me here that you can see. This is the Battle of Christophsis. This is a Target exclusive Clone Wars battle pack. It's a pretty epic item in my collection. $140 is what this sold for, plus $25 shipping. That's about what I paid for mine several years ago. Of course, I got mine graded like a madman, but this is a very cool battle pack featuring Anakin Skywalker, a battle droid, and then another battle droid inside, a tank. And then you had the little walker with 2 clone troopers as well. So it's just an epic battle pack that really pops inside the packaging. $140 plus $25 shipping on that one. We have the Ywing Bomber. I found several sales for this one. They were kind of a wide range of prices for the Ywing Bomber for some reason. I don't know why, but for something, this does sell very regularly, and the prices are kind of all over the map. So I think if you're looking for this particular ship, be patient and wait for an auction, because I do see 3 or 4 sales for this particular bomber every month, and this one sold for $175 free shipping on that one. Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter. This is another really cool one. There's obviously one for Ahsoka. I think there might be a third one as well for Plo Koon, or not Plo Koon, but I forget his, Kit Fisto. I think Kit Fisto's Jedi Starfighter is another one that you can get. There's 3 or 4 that had their own specific named starfighters, but this is Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. This one sold in a buy it now situation for $76.50. And I always finish off my Clone Wars videos with 2 of my favorites. First is the ATTE, the All-Terrain Tactical Enforcer. I don't know what it is about the box on this, but the box art on this just really pops to me. I love this one. This one sold for $325. I did find one other recent sale at $300, and I found one higher than this at $340. So $300, $325 is what this one sold for, and then another one at $340 plus shipping on all 3 of those. But that one sold $325 plus $21.66 shipping. And then, of course, my absolute favorite vehicle from the Clone Wars line of toys that Hasbro put out is the Clone Turbo Tank. These continue to be very, very expensive, and they've definitely gone up in price. You know, this time last year, they were kind of $450, maybe $500-ish. This one sold for $600. I found 3 data points, all within the last month, that sold around the same price point at $600. But that is just an epic item from the Clone Wars line. So very short video here, but I wanted to at least put out some recent content, you know, some content for while I'm out of town on more recent modern releases. I think I've got a video planned for the Legacy Collection proper. I know I had a couple of Legacy Collection items in here, but we'll look at the Legacy Collection, maybe the 30th anniversary, some of those, but I at least wanted to get out some content so you guys are not bored while I'm away at this wedding that I don't want to go to. Thank you as always for watching. Be sure to leave me a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back soon.